We close out day number 1 of X Games Chiba with a fun one as we get ready for the Women's Skateboard Park Elimination, coming to you live from Makuhari Messe Stadium. What's happening, everybody? Brandon Graham, joined alongside my partner, the legend Amelia Brodka, and the third member of our team, Mitch Tomlinson, will be out at the course here today, and we're so excited to watch the ladies of Skateboard Park put it down, because we get to see a couple of huge names headlined by Miss Back-to-Back, Arisa Trew, winning 2 gold medals in Ventura the previous 2 years. But we can't forget about the return of Sky Brown. We have not seen her on the X Games stage since 2022, Amelia.
It's gonna be so fun to see her back, but you know, she's been facing some injuries recently that might hold her back a little bit, but I think being a hometown hero is definitely gonna help.
So we've got there you see the youngest skater in our field at just 13 years old, Heili Sirvio, repping Finland.
Heili's been just progressing so quickly. She's only been skating since COVID, picked up a board because she was bored. And she has just dominated the scene, including the Olympics.
That's remarkable what you just said, and that's like the measuring stick since COVID. That's like, that wasn't that long ago that we had that global pandemic, and here we are. So a look at our start list. We've got 11 skateboarders out here, but again, all eyes to me, Arisa versus Sky. Arisa has just been firing the last 2 years. She really seems like the one to beat, but it wasn't all that long ago that we said the same thing about Sky Brown.
I think Arisa might be in a league of her own. I mean, she's not only the first woman to do a 900, but she is bringing tricks to this field that we don't even see in the men's park or men's vert. And I think it's gonna be really hard to keep up with her.
11 skateboarders, 2 45-second runs, best single run counts, with the top 8 moving on to the final. So without further ado, we kick things off with a young lady making her second X Games appearance, 14-year-old Lilly Erickson.
Lilly's been on an absolute tear the past year, showcasing that beautiful stalefish everywhere she goes. She just won the Nitro Junior Games a couple of days ago, and now she's here with that beautiful blunt fakie and then the half-cab blunt fakie that's become her signature line. And that is so challenging to do right into the L twist on that volcano. She won the Exposure Bowl last November, and she just keeps getting better and better, ending her run with an Andrek right there. That's a great way to start off this park contest.
The Oahu native grew up admiring Himana Reynolds and Hunter Long, of course, former X Games competitors. She's skating for Proper Ride Shop Park in Honolulu, which the Reynolds family owns.
That line that she did, though, the blunt fakie, and then going fakie and backwards, making her way back into a blunt, going back to fakie, and then doing the cab melon, the L twist, that is, as it's also known. It's just a barrage of technicality, but to be the first one to start, we'll see where the judges put her.
So a really solid first run for Lilly Erickson, headlining our field of 11 as the first to drop in. But now 18-year-old Minna Stess out of Petaluma, California, making her 8th X Games appearance.
Starting off with a really nice Andrek and gapping up to Smith. Minna is known to find really unique lines, and that definitely sets her apart in this field. Beautiful backside 360. Gapping the entire length of that box. See, once again, gapping up to a board slide. Really putting it together. And that's what there is really to like about Minna. She's using the hips, she's using the features, she's gapping up into things. using the course really well.
It's been a banner year for Minna, obviously earning that last spot for the U.S. Olympic team, getting to go to Paris, how special that was.
She had the time of her life. She was in the opening ceremony on the boat.
Yeah, there were photos of she with like LeBron and Steph Curry, and she really was, she was everywhere. And it's great to see because she's an incredible ambassador for women's skateboarding, and to really watch her grow up on this stage has been really special. So a score of 67.66 for Minna. We move on to Bryce Wettstein out of Encinitas, owner of 1 X Games medal, a bronze she earned back in 2021.
Wow, the way that she does that backside ollie with so much control, not needing to grab her board, and then going to fakie off that 50-50. And the way that she does that Caballero, Steve Caballero is out there very proud of her right now, I'm sure. She is doing that trick justice. Nice fast plant. Currently coached by Willie Santos. An incredible individual to have on your side, a legend in skateboarding. Bryce really putting it together with the judo going disaster. Trying to add some flair to the end of her run there. That was a great first run from Bryce. And if you haven't listened to her cover of Dreams by the Cranberries, please open up your Spotify.
Gosh.
Open up your Spotify and look her up right now.
Yeah, Amelia and I were listening to that on Spotify. This Cranberries cover was so amazing. And we also got to FaceTime with her right after practice before this contest. Safe to say she found some comfort on this course, Amelia.
Yeah, she seemed a little bit hesitant. She said she was nervous. She wasn't sure about this course. It does look like a course that's very different to ones that we've seen recently, but she figured it out. She put it all together. Look at her now. She's in first place off that run.
So here's Yurin Fujii, 18 years old, a bronze medal back in 2023, and one of the most stylish skateboarders doing it in this park course, Amelia.
Absolutely. She's got incredible style. She won the Exposure Video Park competition 2 years in a row, just throwing in these huge gaps and doing everything so well. She is just a true skater, keeping up her speed, really linking this course together. Hanging on to that Weddle. Oh, nice frontside air, bonking that front truck on the coping to end out her run. She won the best trick contest at the Rockstar Energy Open with this really unique McTwist that she does. The way that she spins it is unlike any that I've seen before. Hopefully we'll see that in the next run.
Yeah, we haven't seen her put it down in an X Games run yet in her brief X Games career. Could that change here in Chiba? A 62 for Fujii. So we're 4 skaters in, and it's Bryce Wettstein leading the way. But will Ruby Lilley have something to say about that? The 17-year-old in her 6th X Games appearance drops in now.
She won silver at the last X Games Chiba event. It was certainly her day that day. And seeing what kind of lines she can put together here, she's known to have a beautiful nose grind, which there she goes, showing it to us right there, just popping in and out of it so well. Taking that crail slide all the way across that deep end. Throwing in the lean disaster. Ruby's been an extremely busy human being. She filmed the video part for Monster, which you should absolutely look up after watching this event, to just watch her absolutely destroy pools and DIY spots across the nation.
So that'll do it for the first run. for the Ocean City, Maryland native as we take another look. Again, if you're just joining us, each of these skaters getting 2 runs each here in elimination, score of 64, good enough for 4th for Ruby, with the top 8 moving on to the final.
So many of these women are really good at competition strategy. They've been on the path to the Olympics, so they know, like, first you got to put down a run that's safer, where you stay on the board just to get a score on the board.
So 22-year-old Mami Tezuka, owner of 2 X Games medals, drops in now.
Mami also has some really incredible video parts out there. Her Blood Wizard part is something you should definitely go watch, because then you'll see more of her Smith grinds like you saw earlier, where she tweaks her back foot, which just is such a unique way to do that trick. Oh, ending with that front feeble.
And Amelia, it's great to see her out here and just the improvement of her skating. Remember, when we saw her in Ventura earlier this summer, she was only 4 months removed from a torn ACL and partial tears in the meniscus and MCL. So, you know, those injuries take time. Just because you can get back on your board doesn't mean you're really back to what you were doing before that. So to be that far removed now, I think we're seeing the best version of Mami Tezuka in 2024.
Blood Wizard, that's right. Her video part for Blood Wizard is the one you should definitely watch. But yeah, she seems like she's recovered well, and to have the confidence to put together a contest line also just takes a lot of time on the board.
Some of the top skateboarders in this field dropping in for their first runs when we return here at X Games Chiba. Midway through run number 1 here in Women's Skateboard Park Elimination at X Games Chiba. Excited to see some of the heavy hitters getting ready to drop in. So for more on that, let's head down to Mitch Tomlinson.
Yeah, Sakura Yosozumi, listen, it's her first X Games start in 2 years. She won the gold in Chiba at 2022. Now, the Olympic gold medalist from Tokyo Games is an insane talent, and maybe these bigger walls will play to her favor. Look, we still have 3 serious heavy hitters to drop, and that's the likes of Ruby Trew, Arisa Trew, and of course, the return of Sky Brown. Now, there's some mixed emotions down here when it comes to the course. Ruby Trew has officially said she's finding it really difficult. Arisa Trew loving it. Of course, Sky Brown absolutely loving it. And let's see how Sakura's finding it.
So we have not seen Sakura, as Mitch said, on the X Games stage since 2022, when she earned silver in Ventura and, of course, the gold here in Chiba.
Nice front blunt on that extension there. Putting together a pretty solid line so far. You know, she's had some injuries in the past couple years that have really held her back, but she's looking really strong here. I love the friendship between these two. There was this beautiful moment leading up to the Olympics in which, based on the team that Japan had, Sky Brown had to get second place in a qualifier in order to make sure that Sakura earned her Olympic position. And she looked at Sakura in the crowd and she said, "This one's for you." And she landed her run. She got second to Arisa Trew, and Sakura was back on the Olympic stage.
They've known each other for close to 10 years, Sky and Sakura. You love to see it.
I love to see Sakura's name on the top of the list right there. It's been a while.
Those two are 2 of 3 gold medalists in this field. But now all eyes on Heili Sirvio making her X Games debut, just 13 years old.
She is phenomenal. She's got that great McTwist. She's got a fakie to fakie 5 in her bag as well. Her dad is actually a pro snowboarder as well. And her sister, Mila, is a street skater. So they're a family that skates and rides together.
Incredibly rad family.
They've actually just been living on the road the past 2 years as she's worked to qualify for the Paris Games and don't even have a home. They just skate around. It's amazing. Great way to make her debut there, landing a full pull, getting that McTwist in the bag. Looking really strong, especially throwing that 360 over the box into the mix.
What a first run for Heili. Again, just 13 years old, the youngest skateboarder in this field. Showing no nerves whatsoever, Amelia. I love the level of confidence in what she skates. It's like she's been here a million times. A 78 skyrockets her all the way up into second place.
There we see her dad, Freddie Sirvio, who has multiple snowboard video parts out. So make sure to look him up as well.
So here's our bronze medalist from Ventura, Ruby Trew.
Ruby's just got this excellent style, and the front rock slide that she brings into the mix just really sets her apart. She's also a surfer, wanting to compete on that WSL stage. Oh, just sticking on the back Smith. Idolizes Poppy Star Olsen, who we've seen multiple times on the X Games stage.
It was so remarkable to watch Ruby in her very first X Games in Ventura just a couple of months ago. And similar to what we just saw from Heili, just like went for it. And there was no doubt about it. She belonged on that stage and skated all the way to a bronze medal in her debut. But right now, she's just trying to qualify for that final, get into that group of top 8. Right now, she's in 9th. We're excited for this one. Making her return to the X Games stage for the first time since 2022, 16-year-old Sky Brown. Her last 2 X Games appearances, earning gold both times.
She's got incredible style. The way that she started with that Madonna, fully extended her leg into it, and the way that she did the stalefish and the backside tail slide, everything she does is absolutely textbook and done with power and style. So much control over the alley frontside air, standing up on that invert. Setting up for something big at the end here. Going for the Indy air. Looked like there was a little bit in between there where she was just kind of setting up for something, but maybe she just wanted to finish a run.
Yeah, there's something to be said for that. Again, we talk about the strategy in elimination, right? It's cutthroat. We've only got 2 runs. You've really got to go for broke, but sometimes just getting that solid first score out the gate and see where the judges put you can really help with the confidence level. So maybe not quite the run we were anticipating from Sky Brown, but depending on where this goes, Mami right now holding on to that 8th spot with a 61.33. Knowing she's just got to get into that top 8 score, and she does that comfortably with a 77.33, good enough for 3rd, and really a sign of what's to come, Amelia.
I mean, that, based on just having seen her skate before, that was definitely a safety run, so it sounds like we've got a lot more to expect from her. Some really great things, I'm sure. But Arisa Trew is in the mix, and the way that she skates is phenomenal. That front crook fakie, and then going switch over the box. No one else is doing that. Going right into the gate twist. Kicking her foot off on the judo air, gapping up to lip slide. Oh, and throwing a McTwist on the craziest feature. Switch backside air. Doing a switch hand plant variation just for fun, and a front side cap, no slide revert. Wow, okay, that was her safety run, throwing in the switch hand plant variation in there too, but that was just for fun. You can kind of see her referring to that there.
The 14-year-old owns 4 X Games gold medals in 3 X Games appearances. She's as dominant in park as she is in vert. There simply is no one skating at her level, men or women's side, by the way.
Worth mentioning, she also won the Olympics this summer. So
oh, did I bury the lead there?
She's been on a tear.
An 85.66 for Arisa. No shocker, she takes over first place. So Arisa Trew doing Arisa Trew things out here on run number 1 of the Women's Skateboard Park Elimination. Oh my. She's got top-ranked qualifier on the mind. More from Chiba when we return. We're at the halfway point of the Women's Skateboard Park Elimination here at X Games Chiba, and of course, Arisa Trew leading the way after run number 1. Let's get a recap of what went down from the third member of our team, Mitch Tomlinson.
Yeah, look, a lot went down there for elimination. Now, like, we all know there's more to come from Sky. I spoke to her and her dad, and they were just like, I want to shake the nerves off and get something done. Now, speaking of nerves, let's talk about little Heili. Now, that was her first X Games. I spoke to her and her dad and a new coach, Trevor Ward, and she's got a smile ear to ear. Next to her was the very own Arisa Trew, and she, in my eyes, is the best park contest skater in the globe. This is just a taste of what's to come over the next few days. And like you guys, this is very, very exciting.
Yeah, thank you, Mitch. It's such an incredible time for women's skateboarding in general. But these park contests have just become so fierce as Lilly Erickson unfortunately goes down. But we've just seen in the return of women's skateboard park over the last 10 years, Amelia, we've seen different eras, and we've seen young ladies be dominant. Brighton Zoyner had her moment. Sky Brown obviously seemed unbeatable for a couple of years, but right now it just seems like, in your exact words, Arisa Trew is like kind of in a league of her own. But now seeing Sky back in the mix, possibly healthy, can she be pushed? We haven't really seen a battle like that in women's skateboard park.
To be honest with you, I think Arisa's battling Arisa, because she's just doing things no one else is even thinking about. But Minna Stess is back in now for her second run. She's gonna wanna add a little bit more power to this run. And there she's doing it right there, 360 over the box. Gapping up to rock and roll slide. Nice Weddle. Gapping up to lip, looking fierce.
She's got time for one more.
Oh, yes, getting the kickflip Indy over the hip. She's got to be psyched on that one. That's definitely going to increase her score.
Top 8 advancing to the final. Methinks Minna Stess gave herself a little more breathing room and a sigh of relief as we take another look.
I love the way she gaps up to Smith or gaps up to rock and roll slide. She just finds these little parts of the course where she can use the course to its full extent. And the kickflip Indy. Yes, getting her a 77, definitely increasing her score.
Yeah, almost a 10-point increase, jumping her up into 5th place. And she's got to be feeling really good about her chances of getting into the final. So here's Bryce Wettstein, who's now sitting in 6th place.
She's about to sprinkle some magic all over this course, starting with a beautiful Madonna, going right into a backside ollie. She does the 50-50 to fakie everywhere, and that just seems so challenging to do on sticky concrete and go right into a cable aerial, gap up to the lip slide,
I love that.
body varial disaster. Really putting everything together in a way only Bryce can. Oh,
that was
what? That was insane. I love that she's just got this bag of tricks that takes everything to disaster. Like that, even the simple backside air disaster, it's a treacherous trick. It's called a disaster for a reason. If it goes wrong.
We talk about joy, we talk about creativity, but I think there are few who are as authentic as she is, and I think that authenticity, it's so hard to really put into words, but it's just on display in her skateboarding, Amelia.
It's just, she's just flowing through the course and just interpreting it with each and every carve and every trick and every grind, just very much in the moment.
So 6th place is where she will stay. Now, Yurin is sitting just outside of the top 8. As you see, she would need to best Ruby Lilly's score of 64 to jump up into the top 8 right now. Could we see the McTwist?
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, just hung up on that backside air. If you're a transition skater, you know what that fall feels like. And to be able to walk it off with such ease, that's a statement within itself. She is a warrior.
We haven't not seen Yurin in a X Games final since 2022. But with that, she will not be moving on.
I'm just happy she's walking. Ruby Lilly, can she get back into medal contention as she is a silver medalist here? A skater who's an absolute joy to be around and skate with, but she has had a crazy year qualifying for the Olympics, going through that whole process, filming a video part, doing so many competitions around the globe, taking that back nose grind on tour. It's actually shocking that she didn't land that one.
And Ruby uncharacteristically going down on that run. So 8th place is where she will stay in that bubble spot.
She will just have to wait and see if she can hang on to that top 8.
So Mami Tezuka sitting in 10th place.
Oh, doing the front Smith. And the way that she folds her back foot over is just so exciting to watch.
There you see her pumping, trying to build speed for these last 10 seconds.
Nice back disaster. She's trying to make a recovery. Ending with that front feeble. So a really similar run to her first one. I'm not sure. Oh, that was fun though. I wish she would have fit that in. I'm not sure that that's gonna change her score too much. But that will definitely be up to the judges. But that back Smith, it's just so properly done.
Trying to improve upon her run one score of 61.33. There you see Ruby Lilly sitting in that bubble spot. So she moves up one spot into ninth, but not enough to get into that finals group. So Ruby Lilly holds on in that 8th spot. Sakura Yosozumi, Arisa Trew, and the rest of this field dropping in for their second and final runs after this. We welcome you back to X Games Chiba. Final run time here in the Women's Skateboard Park Elimination. The top 8 will be advancing to the final. There you see Ruby Lilly clinging to that 8th spot. There's one skateboarder left who could potentially bounce her out. Ruby Trew is yet to drop in for her final run. But Arisa Trew came correct on that first run. And as Amelia Brodka said earlier, she might be competing against herself. That's how it's felt the last couple of years, going double gold in back-to-back years. She just seems to break the history books every time she enters this X Games stage.
And she's breaking the history books in between events as well. Being the first woman to ever land a 900, switch McTwist, McEgg, the list goes on.
So here's Sakura Yosozumi, a gold medal in this event back in 2022, and she's sitting in 2nd place.
She's definitely looking stronger than we've seen recently. It seems her confidence is coming back, her knees feeling good, and I love that because Sakura's brought a lot of progression to this field. So to see her back on close to top form, or maybe top form if she's trying Ollie 5.
Whoa.
We haven't seen her try that one since 2022.
And that was the last time we saw her here at X Games.
Well, that is definitely a taste of what's to come in the finals. Looked like she was just rehearsing a run we might see next time she's on course.
She's got her sights set on bigger things as she'll be moving on to the final. As will this young lady, the 13-year-old taking Chiba by storm in her X Games debut, Heili Sirvio.
Heili's progression has been incredible. She was focusing on her technicality recently. I've been skating with her a lot, and then she just developed all of this power seemingly overnight, and she's been able to translate it to courses and events throughout the globe as her family has just been basically living on the road, traveling from one contest to the next. It's just been so exciting to watch her progression. And I think that that was a setup for what might be a fakie to fakie 5 tomorrow. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think she's trying to get on that podium spot and already practicing the run that she might get there with it.
That's remarkable because you see the laser focus and the run is timed almost to perfection. So I can't wait to see if she can bust something like that out as an ender.
I mean, now that she's been skating for 4 whole years.
Wow. What a performance here in Elimination for Heili Sirvio. So here's Ruby Trew, the last skater that could potentially knock on that top 8 door. She went down early on run number 1, but she's our bronze medalist from Ventura. Remember, Ruby Lilly is in that bubble spot. She would need to best that score of 64 to move on to the final.
All right, she's already done a sad plant and a front rock slide. And those tricks in one run are just so wonderful to watch. She's got great style. I think that has a lot to do with her surfing. And hopefully she could just put it together. Nice judo air. Oh, here's a unique line. She gapped off of the volcano onto the landing of the box jump. Oh, just making that front stale.
Was that enough?
It's all in the hands of the judges now. She did put it together. She might have lost a little speed towards the end there. Yeah, I would hate to be a judge right now. It looks like the trick that she stuck on last time, the backsmith, she turned that into a back 50 just to be safe. But how will that impact her score?
Ruby Trew trying to knock off. There you see Ruby Lilley. And get into the top 8 and move on to the finals. And she does it! A 69 for Ruby Trew.
They're all friends, though. Ruby Lilley still got a smile on her face. She is stoked for her friend.
Ruby Trew jumping up into the top 8.
Didn't Mitch tell us that she was having a hard time with this course? To be able to still put down such a solid line and to get past that challenge, that's a feat within itself.
So here now, Sky Brown sitting in 4th. Always a treat to watch her in this course. What does she do on her final run in elimination?
Wow, well, she threw the kickflip indie over the box in there, and the rest of it is similar, but it's just so stylish. Poking that alley-oop frontside air. Really inverting that hand plant variation. Nice crail slide. Ending it with an indie air again. She did improve her run. She threw the kickflip indie in over the box. It looked like towards the end she had a bit more speed than she did her last line. So that'll definitely bump up her score, but I mean, we're still gonna see her in the finals. I think she's still holding back.
You gotta think so. She knows she's already in the finals. This is an event she's won before a couple of times.
Joshua, she also knows who she's up against.
Yes. An 84.66, so she improves upon her run 1 score and jumps up into 2nd place, only trailing Arisa Trew, who's ready to drop in. And for more on that, let's head back down to Mitch.
You guys said Arisa Trew is battling Arisa Trew, and in my eyes, you guys are completely correct. I agree with that. I also agree with that Sky Brown has more tricks in the bag. But when we talk about Arisa, the progression, the amount of tricks, the ability to perform under pressure, for Arisa, it's maturity beyond her years, and that's why right now she's arguably the best park skater when it comes to female skateboarding in the globe.
Wow, already improving on that run. She threw in a kickflip indie, and she's definitely keeping a lot more speed this time. And the switch backside air. Oh, what?
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna call that a contest make, but we have not seen that one from her. Every contest, she brings something completely new to the table.
So that's gonna do it for Arisa Trew's day. She is our top-ranked qualifier, even without a full pool on run number 2. There's just so many options that Arisa has, Amelia.
Honestly, I think she's learning tricks mid-competition, and ones we've never seen in this field. I'm excited to see that frontside cap stale go down, because I haven't even seen her try that before.
So with that, women's skateboard park elimination is a wrap. There you see our top 8 moving on to the final. Arisa Trew, our top-ranked qualifier. These ladies will put it down in the women's park final, 9:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday night. So again, Arisa Trew qualifying first overall. I think the real fun, though, on run number 2 was Ruby Trew, saving her best for last and was absolutely nails, scoring a 69. And unfortunately for Ruby, Lilley got bounced out of that bubble spot and will not be moving on to the finals. So many amazing stories to come out of today. The return of Sky Brown, obviously. The rookie getting to see Heili Sirvio at 13 years old earning a spot in the final. But all eyes, of course, will be on Arisa Trew here at X Games Chiba.